Before I start this essay, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakakodash. Double honor to the Apostle Elder Great Millstone, Ruel and Teachwell. Shalom to the 144,000 minutes. Push you can believe in this word in all true sincerity. Sacrificing lives was to do so. Shalom to the men, women, and children that's tuning in and listening. And shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad on all four corners of the earth. The Heavenly Father named is Yahweh, His only begotten Son named Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this video is edifying, quick, and straight to the point. This video right here will be entitled, When You Teach the Law, Teach the Whole Law. And this is towards IUIC, ISUBK, and ultimately the effects of not teaching the law. Now, recently it was a statement, well, honestly, about to having sex on the Sabbath. Obviously, you're unclean, and I'm approved so. But ultimately, if you have sex on the Sabbath, you're going off, for number one. Number two, you're not supposed to have sex on the Sabbath. And there's multiple reasons of why. You will be unclean, and on the Sabbath day in the kingdom, we will be going to the temple. Now, there's laws in place and set saying that if we have sex on the Sabbath, we cannot go to the temple and we'll be put to death. And the law for breaking the Sabbath is being put to death, right? So ultimately, why would you have sex on the Sabbath knowing you're unclean and you could be put to death for that? Now, I'm going to get into this. This ain't going to be long. This is, I'm a 1 Timothy, I'm going to grab this real quick and then I'm going to switch to the blue letter. This is 1 Timothy chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 7. Desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor where thereof they affirm. And yeah, that fits IUIC, ICBK to a T. And those that are and those that have strayed from the IUIC, Shikari, and all those groups teaching that it's okay to do things on the Sabbath, making you unclean. Now, we cannot uphold the law, and the apostles went into it also. You can have a wet dream, you be considered unclean, stuff like that. But you willingly doing things on the Sabbath when you shouldn't, that will ultimately get you in a bad view with the Heavenly Father. Verse 8, but we know that the law is good, and if man use it lawfully. Now the law, there's nothing wrong with the law. It's something wrong with us. So that's why we need those that's why we need that second covenant. That's why we need new bodies. That's why this whole system in society got to be done away with. Verse 9, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless, disobedient, and lawless and disobedient people, those that don't go by, have no moral code. And we living in a society where the laws ain't enforced as much. The man that's ruling over us, he don't care about no laws. He cares about his laws he cares about laws when it comes to us. But Esau, Edom laws are righteous laws for the most part. And we live in a lawless society. They allow bestiality. They allow adultery. It's all types of sins that we've broken or break, knowing that we ain't in the new covenant. And not even just us, people in general. The rate of adultery is high. The rate of bestiality is high. It's all types of things, man. And that's just some of the few. Let me start back. This is 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 9. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly, and for the sinners, for unholy and profane. And when you have sex on the Sabbath, you become unholy and profane. I grabbed that too in the blue letter. For murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers and manslayers. And you don't supposed to be murdering people. Murders. No. There's reasons why we have the law. For whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind. And yeah, we are defiled when we have sex on the Sabbath. That make us unclean and unholy. For men stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to the doctrine. And yeah, teaching things that are contrary to the doctrine, that make you unholy. You know, there's multiple ways can become unholy. We don't supposed to light a fire on the Sabbath. You start your engine. You don't supposed to work. If a man get killed for picking up a stick on the Sabbath, how much more so you going to work? How much more so you committing adultery? Or not even just that, having sex on the Sabbath, profaning the Sabbath. And I'm gonna switch to blue letter now. I'm gonna grab no, that's not Timothy. I'm gonna grab this First Timothy real quick, chapter 1, and I'm gonna go to the word profane. Where is it at? Profane and unholy, disobedient, ungodly, unholy, or ungodly first. Let's take a long load. Nope, that's wrong. Okay. Actually, I'm better off getting into the Old Testament. But this is Strong's G 446-2. Anoios. Hidden outline biblical usage, unholy, impious, wicked. I grab profane now, because this is the Greek. Profane, Strong's G 952, Biblos. Accessible, lawful, to be trodden of places, profane, unhallowed, common public place of men, ungodly. So now, let me see. Nope. Actually, I should. Yeah, I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna hold off for that for now, actually, because I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna look up the definition. Let me see. Did I read all of that? Out of Timothy? Yep. Now I'm gonna jump to 2 Timothy real quick. Let me see. 2 Timothy chapter. Let me see. Chapter 4, actually. Chapter 4, and I started at verse 3. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. And yeah, endurance, and we living in those times. We living in times where Israelites that are of the circumcision will not hold on to sound doctrine which they have been taught, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And yeah, ultimately, you know, these false prophets, these false teachers will sit up here and I shit you not, you'll see it in their classes. And not even just, they will literally tell you it's okay to commit adultery. Now, I'm not saying they said that, but you could just imagine if they sitting up here saying it's okay to have sex on the Sabbath, what else they saying is okay that's clearly against the scriptures. And they doing that, they saying, oh, it's okay to have sex on the Sabbath because those unstudious and unlearned individuals, beginning with the leadership, and those that should know the scriptures, that brings in people, that brings in money, that brings in gain. Those people are doing that because, oh, it's okay to have sex on the Sabbath. But when the Lord comes, he's going to look at you like, you know what you was doing. You knew you was wrong. Verse 4, they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and they shall be turned unto fables. Yeah, turn unto fables is saying you can have sex on the Sabbath. Allowing adultery. You know, things like that. Breaking the Sabbath. Now, granted, we always going to break the Sabbath in these wicked and corruptible bodies. Because that's why another reason why we have to shed these bodies. But also because we have to work on the Sabbath. Now, granted, you know, if you got bills to pay and all that, yeah, you got to work on the Sabbath. That's without a shadow of a doubt. But even if so let's say you don't work on the Sabbath, right? And you don't have it, there in this society. We will always break laws. Long story short, the moral of the story. Now I'm gonna go into Exodus real quick. Now this is in the Old Testament, because we was given law, statutes, and commandments. Not just the 10 commandments. The whole book is the scriptures. All of them are commandments. This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse. Where is that at? Let me see. What verse was that? Okay, this 20 and 8. Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. Yep, and we supposed to keep it holy. Holy means separate. Now, Kodash is the word for holy. Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai B'Shem Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai B'Shem Rakha Kodash. Holy. Now, to consecrate, sanctify, prepare, dictate, be hollow, be holy, be sanctified, be separate. So when you're holy, you're separate from those that are unholy. Like it says in Revelations 22 and 11 or 11 and 22. I might have said it backwards. Salakia. But we supposed to let the holy be holy, let the unjust be unjust, let the holy be holy, and let the unholy be unholy. Roughly paraphrasing. To show oneself sacred or majestic, to be honored, to be treated as sacred. Is not the Sabbath a holy day? Not just the Passover, not just the Feast of Weeks, not the Feast of Unleavened. Like, you have holy days. The Sabbath, Salakia, the Sabbath is a holy day. That's exactly why we need these bodies. Majestic and sacred. That will make angels more obviously holier than us. They're more majestic. They don't break the law, statutes, and commandments. They don't sin at all. That's why that second covenant needs to be established. And it will be once the elect are beamed up. Now from there, I would jump to Leviticus real quick. I'll start off in 12 first, not 15. Yeah, 12 and 2. Okay, waiting for that to load. This is Leviticus chapter 12 and verse 2. And now, as the title says, the title, Laws of Motherhood. This is Leviticus chapter 12, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed, which means she has sex, in the act of sex there will be a baby that's made from a man, right? If a woman have conceived seed and born a male child, then she shall be unclean 7 days. According to the days of the separation of her infirmity shall she be unclean. Now, you become unclean during the act of sex, right? Right. So obviously that woman and the man is unclean. You have to clean your body, right? You have to clean and I get that in Leviticus 15. Yeah, I'm gonna jump there now. What, 15 and what? It ain't 8. Oh, 15 and 16. Okay. And look, the law of cleansing unhealthiness. Now, this is Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 16. Now, this goes with that Leviticus 12 and 2. Now, this is Leviticus 15 and verse 16. If any man's seed of copulation go out of him, so the act of sex, the act of, we'll say, skeeting. I ain't gonna say that one. I'm gonna keep PG for right now. Go out of him. So when you have sex, the seed comes out of your Johnson. Then he shall wash all his flesh in water and be unclean until the even. So now when you have sex, there's a law to that. You have to clean your body. Now I'm going to get this verse 17. Every garment, his clothes, every skin, his skin, whereon is the seed of the compilation. So the bed sheets, the skin, everything, the clothes you wear, shall be washed with water and be unclean to the even. And this goes for the woman too. So the man and the woman is unclean now. So for you to be having sex on the Sabbath, you become unclean, unholy, and you obviously are willingly doing it. So that's even worse now. So those that's justifying that, the leadership that's justifying that obviously saying it's okay to do that, you're condemned. Those that are of the elect, condemned, and those that are following are condemned. So all that group altogether is condemned. And you will pay for that, because now you being a false prophet, pursuing a Deuteronomy, in Deuteronomy 13, was it? But long story short, ultimately at the end of the day, you should not be having sex on the Sabbath. You profane the Sabbath and make it unholy when you have sex on the Sabbath. Long story short. So that, sex on the Sabbath is fine. No, you the longer you do that, the more and more unholy you become, and the more and more the Lord build up receipts on you. But Lord willing, this video is edifying, quick and straight to the point. But before I end this, I'm gonna grab something real quick. I'm gonna grab seed. Now, seed is lineage too, as well as in Matthew 1, Luke 3, dealing with the genealogy of Yahushua as well. Yahushua wasn't born from a Virgin Mary. And by born of a Virgin Mary, I don't mean Mary didn't have sex. She had sex with Joseph. Now, this is Strong's H 2233. Zahara, right? So seed sowing, offspring. So that means child. That means when you have sex, that's your offspring. How is an individual born then? Through the act of sex. Semen is virile. Semen is from a man. That's why when it gives genealogy, it's only dealing with the man. The man carries the nation, not the women. Offspring, descendants, prosperity, children. Yep. And yep. So that's it on that. Now I'm going to close it out. Before I close out, I'd like to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Rakam Kodash. And Lord, one of these videos edifying, and on to the next one. Shalom.